And we're back with TSPN, and this morning with us we have two very special guests, Laurine Estreito. Hello.
Hi.
How are you today?
Laurine, actually.
And Mary Wheat.
Hi.
Okay, Mary.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's right. Is that right? It's
Laurine, yeah.
Laurine, right?
Laurine, that's okay.
Yeah, I screw up my first interview, but anyway, that's the way it goes sometimes. It's so hot in here, right? But Mary doesn't sweat because she has no body fat.
Oh my gosh.
That's right.
I've seen your studio, and
I probably sweat the worst of everybody. I'm just a major
the ropes
sweater.
that you have to climb, that's
Yeah,
enough. Now,
that's pretty
Lauren,
awesome.
do you climb the ropes too?
No,
Okay.
I'm tempted, but no, I don't. I work hard in the thrift store, but...
All right. Anybody that runs people up towards McDonald's and then won't let them eat and come back.
That's all part of the plan.
That's right.
My little torturous plan. Make them run to McDonald's, smell it, and come back.
And it probably makes sense that Mary is from Edge CrossFit, and Lauren, this doesn't make sense, we'll find out, but you're from the Vapor Thrift Store.
That's right.
So let's figure
That's
out what's going on. You guys are going to collect clothing and do what with it?
Well, as one of 5 thrift stores here in the county, we do get a lot of clothing. About half of our donations are clothing. And so when we get clothing in, we kind of look at it, and anything that is not sellable because it has rips or stains or something, we set that aside, and it's called ragged clothing. It
But
goes
that
into
stuff
bags.
is worth more now.
It is. It is, actually.
I see so many people walking around with holy pants that
That's
they
right.
paid a lot of money for.
Right, right.
But anyway, you're talking about shirts and blouses and
Yeah,
things. So.
yeah, everything. And then clothes that go onto our floor, once they've been on our floor for at least 6 weeks, and obviously they haven't sold, we pull those off the floor to make room for fresh clothes. So that aside, all those get set aside. We call it ragged clothing. They get put in bags, and we just accumulate them until we have enough to fill up a semi-truck.
Okay.
And that's about 30 or 40,000 pounds.
The clothing that has tears or rips too, because that can all be repaired, right?
Right, right.
Most of it.
Right. So we call it ragged clothing. It's kind of an industry term. And right now we have about 30 to 40,000 pounds, and we're tasked with getting all of that onto a semi-truck. We have 2 guys that work for Vapor, and there's just no way that 2 people can do that. So in the past, we've just put out the call and gotten as many volunteers as we could get. And the first year that we did this, it took 12 hours to load the truck. It was a, kind of an assembly line thing of tossing these bags that weigh 30 to 40 pounds apiece. So this year, we thought, actually, as one of my staff said, what if we had like a competition between a couple of gyms? Maybe we could do something like that. So Mary was the first one I called, and she was so awesome. She said, I think I can supply you with all of the volunteers that you'll need to do this. Which
Did you know Mary before?
I didn't.
Never. No, we didn't know each other at all.
Never met her.
Or did you call the right person?
Yeah. Yeah.
I was so glad. I was so glad she called too, because this is a good opportunity for people to work out in a way where this is a community service opportunity, really. And it's such a good cause. And really not a difficult job. Many hands make light work, so we'll bust it out.
I watch The Biggest Loser with my wife sometimes. And it's like picking up those big balls and throwing them, isn't it?
Yeah,
Something like that.
and that's probably exactly what this is going to be. Yeah.
So it hasn't happened yet. When is it happening?
It's tomorrow night, 5:30.
And you have the 2 gyms lined up?
Actually, no, we're just going to use CrossFit.
So you're going to have your people competing against each other?
Yeah, so this is the way we're doing it. I encouraged everyone in the gym, come to this one class. I'm going to treat this like a class at 5:30. And I've also opened it up to people in the community. If there are people that want to come and help us with this task, like I said, many hands make light work, but I'm hoping for probably 20 of my members to show up at Vapor Thrift Store, and we're going to assembly line, tag team all of the loading of this fabric.
Well, where does the clothing and all the things go?
Everything that is still wearable gets shipped to Africa, so it's still put to good use, and everything that is not is kept here in the United States, and it's recycled and turned into other products.
And that includes clothing, shoes, everything?
No, it's just clothing.
Just clothing. Okay. So if people want to donate to the thrift store, it's probably too late for this one, but not for the future.
Right, because we'll start setting aside again, and in about another 6 to 7 months we'll be doing this again.
And if people want to come up, it's easy. They come up, they can get a tax
Exactly, yeah. They just bring it to our door. If they wanted receipt, we're happy to give them a receipt, and they can use that for their taxes.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I've donated, and some of the stuff just doesn't fit anymore. Mary, I'm sorry you shouldn't hear that. But anyway, I donated, and I can see it's not going to stay on the rack long because the guys
Yeah.
who take it are looking at it. So.
Right, and a lot of
Yeah.
people think, if it has a little rip or stain or a tear or something, they just want to throw it in the garbage, and it's like, please don't do that.
Right.
Bring it because it can be used. So.
Well, were you excited to hear about this? And why
Yeah,
did you call Mary to
absolutely.
begin? Why did you call
Yeah.
Mary to begin with?
I think it was just one of those God things, honestly. I didn't know Mary, didn't know anything about CrossFit, Rugged Edge, and so the day that I started making the calls, I couldn't get a hold of Mary. I left her a message. I went to another local gym; they were closed, and Mary got back to me first, and Mary said, "Hey, I think we can do this whole thing." So.
And we're excited. Everybody's really excited about it. And our goal is to do this in an hour or less.
And last year
So-
it took how long?
The first year.
The first year it took about 12 hours.
Yeah.
Last year we had 10 guys. It's like my husband, a couple contractors, my son. It's like, whoever we could find.
Family.
One of the pastors from New Life Church, Pastor David Barnes. Family. And that took about 3.5 hours. So we're expecting to maybe get it done in an hour. So we're just excited.
Okay. We're almost out of time, but Vapor Thrift Store is located where?
We're on Highway 49 and 88, right across from Diedert Park.
And Edge CrossFit?
Yeah, we're at 49 and Jackson Gate Road.
Jackson Gate Road.
Yeah,
So,
CrossFit Rugged Edge.
right down from McDonald's.
Yeah.
Forget about that.
It's really not
It's all
far.
CrossFit.
Not far from McDonald's. yeah.
Okay, tomorrow night, if anybody wants to show up, what time?
5:30.
That'll be on Thursday night, this
Yeah.
week, the 31st.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank
for
you so
being here.
much.
All right.
Appreciate
We're going to go to a break. We'll be right back.